Hi everybody, I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. We start off with a hug, and come on, we need it, we need it, we need it, we need it. Just a little longer today. Sometimes we need a little more of a hug. It's not cute not knowing. Rest in peace, NFL Hall of Fame running back Gail Sayers, 77 years old. He was known as the Kansas Comet and the best open field runner that the game had ever seen at that time. A lot of us remember the name Gail Sayers because of the movie Brian Song, the story of Brian Piccolo, his battle with cancer. The movie, I think it was like 1971, Wendy Williams played Gail Sayers. James Caan played Brian Piccolo. You talk about a tearjerker, you could watch that movie today and just burst out in tears. That's how much of a tearjerker. Gail Sayers had been battling dementia. He was known as an extraordinary teammate, leader, husband, father, NFL great. Rest in peace, Gail Sayers. The family of Evel Knievel is suing Disney and Pixar. In Toy Story 4, the character Daredevil Duckaboom, they said it's too much like Evel Knievel. Back in the day, Evel Knievel was known, he died in like 2007. He was known for these amazing stunts and just putting his life on the line. Well, the family they want money. They like, look, y'all got this character. Y'all making money. You did not seek permission for the Evel Knievel impersonator. They're saying even the actual toy looks like the Evel Knievel toy, which was hugely popular back in the day. So how were the ratings for Ellen DeGeneres? They were good. After a tumultuous few months with employees saying it was toxic, sexual harassment, all these things. It's not a nice place to work. I think people wanted to see for themselves what she was going to say, but the ratings were good. Ciara, baby number 3. She's going to Weight Watchers. I know. Do you believe it more when it's someone, it's like, oh yeah. For someone heavier, losing weight when they do the Weight Watchers versus, because I know Kate Hudson did it and they just criticized. They were like, come on, Kate, you're going to be small tomorrow. Ciara, the new spokesperson for Weight Watchers. Mariah Carey's book, The Meaning of Mariah Carey. It's going to be a good book because she's talking. She's revealing stuff. Her relationship with Derek Jeter went from 1993 to 1998. What did they have in common? They both came from interracial relationships. Black fathers, Irish mothers. She fell for him hard. And the affair actually started when she was still married to Tommy Mottola. She hated being with Tommy Mottola, the man who discovered her. But she felt like being married to him was being in Sing Sing. It was like being in a prison. Mariah Carey, woo! She loved Derek Jeter. She wrote songs, and then they broke up and they both went, other ways. But she talks about her love. Derek Jeter, the book is coming out next week. David Letterman is returning with My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. It airs on Netflix, one-on-one conversations, Wednesday, October 21st. For this season, he's got Lizzo. He's got Dave Chappelle. He's got Robert Downey Jr. and Kim K. Time magazine releasing their 100 most influential people. Here's my question to you. When you think of the year 2020, was it the people who made headlines? You got sports, you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Naomi Osaka for tennis, Dr. Anthony Fauci, obviously, with everything going on. Or was it the people who died? All the people who died from COVID. Kobe Bryant's death, his daughter, the 7 people on that plane. Chadwick Boseman, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, George Floyd, his death that everyone saw, which sparked a new round for social change. Breonna Taylor, her very shocking death at the hands of officers. We're going to get to that at the end because y'all see I'm a little choked up. I'm trying to get through the stories. Who stood out? Was it the people who, made the headlines with things that they did? Or was it those who died that affected you the most when you think of the year 2020? Last night, Dancing with the Stars, Charles Oakley was pissed. He was so mad they bounced him off that show. He couldn't dance, poor thing. But Carol Baskin was worse. Tiger King lady, cat lady. They think that she had something to do with her husband's disappearance. Maybe she fed him to her cats. They chose to keep her. Now, you know why? Because of ratings, controversy. Last week, her ex-husband's family actually took an ad out during the show, saying, offering money for her disappearance. They are now suing Carol Baskin. They like, you up there on Dancing with the Stars making money? We're going to sue you. This man, Carol Baskin's ex-husband, disappeared in the 90s. He was on his way to Costa Rica. What happened? It's like he dropped off the face of the earth, which is why people are probably saying she fed him to her cats. But Carol Baskin, she's on for another week of Dancing with the Stars. Now, the ratings took a dip. People are really upset that Tom Bergeron is no longer the host. Tyra, she calmed down. She was rushing the judges. All right, Derek, give us your thoughts. She was nervous. You could tell she was nervous. I'm sure she did not take kind to that criticism because it's taken a minute for people to warm up to Tyra Banks, but she appeared nervous last night. Let's talk movies. Marvel's Black Widow, not coming out until next May. West Side Story, Steven Spielberg's, ain't coming out till next December. They're saying that Coming to America is coming out. Coming to America 2 is coming out December 18th. I don't think that's happening because it's going to be a huge movie. I think they're going to say, "Oh, we're going to wait too. We're going to wait as well." Wonder Woman. They say it's coming out Christmas Day. Movie theaters are not there yet. With this COVID and a lot of theaters aren't open, a lot of people are like, "I don't want to go to no movie theater." They don't want to put these movies on demand. It's going to be a while, but I don't think that Coming to America is coming out in December. Don't be surprised if it changes. DJ Booth, where is he? How come he's not on Wendy's show? Child, Booth is mad. They fired him. He said, "I ain't got the tea. I got the hot coffee." Was he and Wendy, were they more than friends? That's question number one. They did him wrong. He said God don't like ugly. Did he get tired of the BS? Did he get tired of having to pretend like he was in a relationship with Wendy? He is going to talk. I don't know how they're going to shut him up, but he is going to talk. I really hope this wasn't a whole thing about a relationship to make Kevin angry or jealous, because fake relationships don't work. Fake relationships don't work. It seems to be a recurring theme. It's all this talk, I'm dating this one, my hand's on this guy's knee. It's stop. Wendy, you got to stop. You are known for being the queen of all media. You don't need to do a fake relationship. Just go on and shine and do your best. Because if this guy blows the roof off of what I'm perceiving to be a fake relationship, it's not going to be good. And you lose your credibility. No, Wendy, no. DJ Booth wants to put everybody on blast. And I think he will. How do you think they'll keep him quiet? Uncle Ben's is no longer Uncle Ben's. It's now known as Ben's Original Rice. I'm sure the changes will come with Aunt Jemima, but Mrs. Butterworth with Cream of Wheat, they're all getting repackaging in this era of social change. DeBrat said that she thinks that Allen Iverson knew she was bisexual. I had no idea that they dated for years. I just thought she was gay. I didn't know she was bisexual, but apparently DeBrat is saying she's been bisexual, but she's talking about that period with Allen Iverson. John Legend, Chrissy Teigen, they go to couples therapy. They're expecting their third child, a boy. Are you surprised by that? You know, a lot of people poo-poo therapy, but therapy is needed. But they admit it. They're in couples therapy. John Legend is returning with a voice in mid-October. LeBron James is helping out convicted felons. If you're a convicted felon, a lot of convicted felons, you know, they don't vote because they get out of jail, but because they're a convicted felon and they didn't pay those fines. You know, they tack on fines. LeBron James is stepping up to pay the fines of convicted felons. I don't know if it's just in California. And wait, Mike Tyson is voting for the first time. He says he thought because he was a convicted felon that he couldn't vote. He's voting for the first time. I saved these two stories for last. As y'all can hear, I'm trying to put that happy face on, but you can hear I'm a little choked up. First off, the Wells Fargo CEO. He has apologized for saying, "Oh, we can't find no good black people, you know, to work in high management." How many people took their money out of Wells Fargo because of that dumb statement? You can't find, or is it because you don't want to find? Or you don't know anybody who could help you find? Because that was a dumb statement. Today in Louisville, Kentucky, the Attorney General announced one officer being charged with wanton endangerment. We're talking about the death of Breonna Taylor. But basically, none of the officers are going to be charged in her actual death. None of the officers charged in her actual death. What did I say yesterday? I said we can't be surprised, y'all, because they gave the Breonna Taylor family millions last week. So we kind of knew. It was just kind of like, let's be braced. We knew what the outcome when they gave that money. This murder happened on March 13th. They got civil money already. Normally this takes a long time. They gave the family the money, but no amount of money can take the place of a life. When people, you know, say Black Lives Matter, I'm not talking about organization. I'm talking about the actual life of a black person, that because of the color of your skin, that something could happen to you and it means nothing. It just means absolutely nothing. When your children have to go out and just do things, do you get nervous? Do you hope and pray that they come home? Your mate, yourself, that nothing happens, that you can just go on about your business, maybe go to work, go to market, whatever you do. It's not fair, and we got to vote. We have to vote out people in office who don't have our best interests at heart. Steve Harvey always ends his show, you know, talking about voting, and he's been so on point that if we show up, because there are people, they don't want us to show up at the polls. Come on. They don't want us to vote. They like us sitting home and complaining and doing nothing. But just think that if we showed up and vote and just shock people, have people do that. They showed up. They voted. I got voted out of office. I know I was bracing myself and saying, Patty, now don't come up here and act surprised. And I said that yesterday. But I also told you guys that I'm menopausal and I can cry at the drop of a dime. When I come out with this book, there's going to be a whole chapter on this menopause, because between the flashes and the emotions, and it's like, If I smoked for real, yo, I don't even smoke cigarettes. I'm so corny. I don't drink. I'll do nothing. But I act well. I would go somewhere and just smoke a cigarette and just be like, we must vote, everybody. It's important. Y'all don't want to see me cry. I do the ugly cry. I don't cry pretty. I cry ugly. And then my eyes swell up like E.T. and the lashes fall off. So we're not going to do it. We're not going to. So wait. I'll do it in private. If you like the channel, subscribe. Tell a friend. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. You know that I saw it if I gave you a heart. Hit the like button. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. Thanks for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.